Why are there not more people talking about the scientific approach to debunking conspiracy theories? Imagine a laboratory, not one filled with bubbling concoctions and crackling electrodes, but a laboratory of thought. Here we dissect ideas, not organisms. We analyze theories, not tissue samples. Our instruments are logic, evidence, and the scientific method. Our goal to uncover the truth, no matter how complex or controversial. The principle of falsifiability is our most powerful tool. A theory holds no weight unless it can be tested and potentially disproven. It's about rigorously challenging assumptions, not blindly accepting them. In the laboratory of truth, we don't shy away from uncomfortable questions. Join me now as we dissect a conspiracy theory surrounding the conflict in Ukraine. The year is 2024. The conflict in Ukraine continues to cast a long shadow over the global landscape. While news reports paint a picture of a regional power struggle, whispers of a more insidious narrative echo through the corridors of online forums and clandestine chat rooms. This is the realm of conspiracy theories, where speculation reigns supreme and shadows often masquerade as truth. One such theory claims that the conflict in Ukraine is not what it seems. This theory posits that the conflict is not a tragic consequence of geopolitical tensions, but a carefully orchestrated event. An event orchestrated not by the key players on the world stage, but by a more shadowy, more elusive force, Western elites. While it's easy to dismiss such theories as the ramblings of the fringe, the allure of a hidden truth can be a powerful draw. But what if we were to approach this theory with the dispassionate lens of scientific inquiry? The journey might surprise you. The core of this conspiracy theory revolves around the concept of powerful individuals or groups manipulating events from behind the scenes. In this case, the puppeteers are purported to be Western elites, a nebulous term often used to imply a cabal of billionaires, politicians, and influential figures with their own agenda. The theory suggests these elites orchestrated the conflict in Ukraine to further their own interests, be it economic dominance, geopolitical control, or some other hidden objective. This notion of a grand coordinated scheme orchestrated by a select few is a common thread in many conspiracy theories. It taps into a deep-seated human desire for simple explanations for complex events. It's far easier, psychologically speaking, to believe in a world controlled by puppet masters than to grapple with the messy realities of geopolitics, economics, and the often unpredictable nature of human behavior. However, the allure of simplicity does not equate to truth. To truly dissect this theory, we must move beyond the seductive narrative and delve into the realm of testable hypotheses. To test the validity of this conspiracy theory, we need to formulate clear, falsifiable hypotheses. What would it mean for Western elites to have orchestrated the conflict in Ukraine? What specific actions would they have taken? What evidence would support such claims? Hypothesis 1. Western elites directly funded or armed specific factions within Ukraine with the intent of provoking a conflict with Russia. Hypothesis 2. Western media outlets under the direction of these elites engaged in a coordinated campaign of misinformation and propaganda to manipulate public opinion in favor of intervention in Ukraine. Hypothesis 3. Western elites exerted pressure on Ukrainian leaders using economic or political leverage to adopt policies they knew would be viewed as hostile by Russia. The key is to move beyond vague assertions of orchestration and identify concrete actions and measurable outcomes that could be investigated. Examining the potential mechanisms by which a group like Western elites could influence a geopolitical situation as complex as the conflict in Ukraine is crucial. This requires understanding the levers of power, the flow of information, and the intricate interplay of actors on the world stage. For instance, if Western elites were actively working to instigate conflict, we might expect to see financial flows, evidence of large, unexplained sums of money being funneled to specific groups within Ukraine, particularly those with a history of hostility towards Russia. Arms transfers, documentation of unusual or suspicious shipments of weapons and military equipment to Ukraine, potentially bypassing established protocols or involving covert operations. Coordinated media narratives, analysis of media coverage across multiple outlets, looking for signs of synchronized messaging, biased reporting, or the suppression of dissenting voices. Diplomatic pressure, examination of diplomatic cables, meeting minutes, and public statements for indications of coercion, threats or promises made to influence Ukrainian policy decisions. By meticulously tracing these potential avenues of influence, we can start to build a clearer picture of what transpired. The beauty and the power of the scientific method lies in its embrace of falsifiability. A scientific theory, no matter how elegant or seemingly plausible, is only as good as its ability to withstand rigorous testing and the potential for disproof. In the case of our conspiracy theory, if Western elites did indeed orchestrate the conflict in Ukraine, we would expect to find evidence of their actions. This evidence might take many forms, from financial records and arms transfer logs to intercepted communications and eyewitness testimonies. However, if after a thorough and impartial investigation no such evidence is found, the theory loses its validity. Extraordinary claims, as the adage goes, require extraordinary evidence. The absence of evidence, while not definitive proof of absence, casts serious doubt on the theory's credibility. It shifts the burden of proof back to the proponents of the theory to provide more compelling evidence rather than relying on speculation and conjecture. Testing our hypotheses requires access to diverse data sources. Some information is public, while other pieces need investigative journalism, legal requests, or whistleblowing. Examples of relevant data sources include financial records, bank statements, investment records and transaction logs, arms trade, databases, information from CPRI, UNROCA and leaked documents, media archives, news articles, opinion pieces and social media posts. By gathering and analyzing these sources, we can paint a complete picture of the events surrounding the conflict in Ukraine. The process of scientifically investigating a complex event like the conflict in Ukraine, even when viewed through the lens of a conspiracy theory, is a meticulous and multifaceted endeavor. It requires a commitment to following the evidence wherever it may lead, even if it challenges our preconceived notions or leads us down unexpected paths. By applying the principles of the scientific method, formulating testable hypotheses, gathering and analyzing data, and remaining open to the possibility of disconfirmation, we can move beyond the realm of speculation and begin to unravel the complexities of this global event. Whether the evidence ultimately supports or refutes the claims of this particular conspiracy theory is almost beside the point. The true value lies in embracing a scientific approach to understanding the world around us, even when it comes to challenging our own deeply held beliefs. The allure of conspiracy theories lies in their ability to offer simple explanations for complex events. They provide a sense of order in a world that can often feel chaotic and unpredictable. However, this allure can be dangerous, leading individuals down rabbit holes of misinformation and distrust. That's why cultivating critical thinking skills is more crucial now than ever. We must learn to approach information, especially information that confirms our existing biases, with a healthy dose of skepticism. Unquestioning belief in conspiracy theories can have far-reaching consequences. It can erode trust in institutions, fuel social division, and even lead to violence. When we allow ourselves to be swept away by fear and paranoia, we become vulnerable to manipulation and exploitation. We must be vigilant in verifying information, especially when it comes from sources that lack credibility or have a history of spreading falsehoods. The search for truth is a journey, not a destination. It's a process of continuous learning, questioning, and refining our understanding of the world. There will always be mysteries to unravel, complexities to navigate, and forces that seek to obscure the truth. But by embracing the scientific method, by demanding evidence, and by remaining open to the possibility that we might be wrong, we equip ourselves with the tools to navigate this complex landscape. We empower ourselves to be critical thinkers, discerning consumers of information, and active participants in the pursuit of a more informed and just world. The truth may not always be comfortable or convenient, but it is the foundation upon which we build a better future. Let's embrace the power of reason, evidence, and the relentless pursuit of truth. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are immeasurable. Think critically, question everything, and share this video to spread the pursuit of truth. Together we can make a difference.